lifetheater.com.
All right, thank you. It is 6 minutes, actually, after 8 o'clock. It's 74 degrees. Temperatures are expected to reach 80 today, and there is a good chance we'll see rain. In fact, an 80% now. The chance of rain gets less and less as we get deeper into the day. So today, it looks like the rain is first thing instead of in the afternoon. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry. Robin, how are y'all?
Pretty good. Where are you right now?
Just on my way down south to Pasco County.
Pasco. All right. What's down in Pasco? Yeah. What's the city down there?
It's Wesley Chapel, Dade City.
Oh, okay. Now I know.
That area.
I was
Land O'Lakes.
Sometimes when I think of the state in terms of counties, I get confused. For some reason,
sure, absolutely.
Brevard and Broward sometimes confuse me, and then sometimes those panhandles.
Yeah.
I know they're not even close, right?
Right. I do the same thing. Yeah, and the panhandles like Walton County, and then Pensacola County. You have all those, and it's just where's what. Leon. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened with Miami? They changed their name to Dade. Dade County changed their name to Miami-Dade County, right? I guess that's so people would know where it was, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway, so did you hear us talking about this math problem that the calculator gets wrong?
No, I've been out of the signal range.
Okay.
So no, I didn't.
All right. So the long story short, there's a thing going around on Facebook, and basically it shows cookies and clocks and bananas. But so there's a little bit of a trick to it. But once you get past the trick, the bottom line equation is 2 + 1 + 1 times 7. Okay?
Yeah.
And so 2 + 1 is 3, + 1 is 4, times 7 is 28, correct?
Yeah, just so you know, when you talk about math, my eyes glaze over.
Okay, sorry. But
I suck at math.
But anyway, if
yeah.
you do it on the calculator, it comes out to 10. So people are arguing whether it should be 10 or 28. The reason the calculator comes up with 10 is because it takes those last two digits and puts the parentheses in them because it's a multiplication, and for some reason you're supposed to do that. Don't ask me why. That wasn't what I learned in school. So there's a little divide between how kids are being taught today and how we were taught when Robin and I were kids. I don't know where you fall in all this, but it sounds like you don't care.
I hate math.
It's just one of those things you don't care about. Well, anyway.
I think math is stupid.
And so,
I talk for a living. I can't do math.
well, it's about the technology. The technology is being used as a way to confirm or to prove something. People are using their calculators and their computers to confirm that they are the right ones, right? Okay.
Yeah, I guess, but it's hard. I don't understand the premise of math, like parentheses and all that.
Well, what about geography? Important. Are you good with geography?
I'm much better at geography than I am with math.
Okay, Long Island. I know it's where I'm from. It's an island, right? Do you agree it's an island?
Sure.
By definition, right?
By definition, it is an island.
Yeah. So now the Supreme Court ruled in February that it's a peninsula. And so people on Long Island are all up in arms about this. I was looking at one of their Facebook posts and thinking, what? No, they never said that. And I looked it up. Sure enough, the Supreme Court said in February.
There's no land that connects it to the state, right? Or to the land mass, right? There's gaps all the way around it. That's why there's so much. It's so hard to go from Long Island into like Manhattan,
right?
Because you have to cross a bridge or a tunnel.
So geographically, Long Island is 4 counties, I guess you might say: Kings, Queens, Nassau, and Suffolk. Okay, sure. But Kings and Queens County, also known as Brooklyn and Queens, those areas are part of New York City. So for some reason, they're saying that the 2 counties that connect to Brooklyn and Queens are Long Island. And the Brooklyn and Queens counties are not actually part of Long Island, so therefore it's a peninsula. Oh my gosh!
It's not. It's not connected. Via land.
And the point to bring it up to you is not really to argue, but to point out that the internet is not always right. Right?
Agreed.
Exactly.
I mean, how many times have you had somebody try to prove to you something that you knew wasn't right? Maybe even it's about something you are an expert at, sports or Red Sox or blood or something like that, right? Something that you really are an authority on. But some kid with a calculator or smartphone, right?
Well,
absolutely.
One of our listeners named Jennifer, she sent us an order of operations, and she says, look up order of operations, 10 is correct. But all these years, here you go. I printed it out.
You're kidding me.
No, her name is Jennifer. Here's her email right there.
Right. Okay.
And I just don't get it.
So what do we get from this? What we get from this is that
she said 10 is the correct answer. But she said left to right, and we did left to right.
Right. Well, okay. Okay, so what she's saying is that if there's something you have to multiply, that gets done first.
I guess so.
Even though it's last on the list.
I guess so. All
right.
But that has, all these decades.
I'm telling you, it's not the way we learned
centuries. This, we wouldn't have walked on the moon if this was the rule.
All right. So,
but thank you. I think it's wonderful that our listeners are super hands-on and involved in the show. I think it's great.
But see, but with all this, what it really means, Galen, is this: the things that were silent but deadly yesterday. May not have been. I mean, we got it from the internet. Those things, who knows? Right?
Well, you got to remember the internet is just information that people put in it.
Right.
It's not infallible. I think people forget that. Google is just a series of websites that people create.
Yeah. So with that established, I present to you a new topic.
Okay.
And I have a disclaimer. This is from the internet. So I don't necessarily know that I'm going to agree with everything on this list. These are the things, Galen, that you and I should be telling our kids. Things fathers should tell their kids but rarely do. Okay?
Okay, yeah, this will be interesting.
Because this is Father's Day month coming up. So things that we as dads should be telling our kids. Or you should tell your dad, you should tell me this, whatever, if your father's still alive. This is what I want to know, Dad. All right. So before we do that, how is the blood supply?
Again, we're right there at a 3.5 day blood supply. We're just really, really short. We're going into June, it's the end of May. This is a really tough time. And we just need people to get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood. We are in emergency need of platelets. And we are in emergency need of all blood types. So please just roll up your sleeves today and give the gift of life and donate blood and save 3 lives.
Donate blood, yes. Palm Garden of Ocala and Penn Flooring are the two sponsors of that important announcement, so we thank both of them, and we encourage all of you to utilize their products and their services. In the case of Penn Flooring, it's rather straightforward. Just go there to their showroom, and you'll see what they have to offer so that you can make the floor of your home or office more beautiful and more durable, and we can verify for you that the product they sell is outstanding. It's or on-standing in this case. We stand on it all day long, and it still looks as good as it did the first day. Penn Flooring is at 1201 Southwest 17th Street. And Palm Garden of Ocala, I can't say enough good things about Palm Garden. Go there, say hi to Jan, say hi to Jennifer, say hi to everybody else over there. Ask to see the technology that enables people to have therapy just by playing some video games, which is really cool. Large screens that you have to reach across to work, and by doing so, your arms become you get a little bit of a workout. And they have a device you stand on to help regain your sense of balance. And it's a video game, actually, but you move your body to control it, and so many other things. Just the old-fashioned catch the ball or stretch things. There's just some amazing things they have. They have a weightless jogging machine, so you can jog without having to worry about putting weight on your ankles or your knees. Ask about all those things. It's really, really cool. Plus, it's a beautiful facility. Palm Garden is at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. And remember these two words, skilled nursing. They are a skilled nursing facility. All right. Things fathers should tell their kids but very rarely do. First of all.
Okay.
You should tell your children how it felt when their mother told you she was pregnant with you.
There you go.
You should tell the children.
Yep.
So, do you remember, Galen?
How you felt?
Which part? I like how my dad felt. I'm like, no, I don't.
I don't know that either.
How you felt when your wife told you she was pregnant?
Well, we were trying. So, I mean, you get this. It's a mixture of anxiousness, nervousness, excitedness, pride, because you accomplished what I believe that we're on this planet, or one of the things we are supposed to do on this planet, which is multiply.
Right.
I don't know.
Even though you're not good at math.
Right. As the months goes by and the time goes by, you just freak out. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I felt.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh my gosh! I remember being excited. That was excited. I guess was the first thing. Mm-hmm. I remember wanting to have a child, so it was kind of a real good reason to be excited. Mm-hmm. And then I can remember buying maternity clothes for the next 9 months.
You had to.
I remember doing that. Okay.
The pregnancy process is different because, excuse me, you're doing things like having to rub her feet every day, and then you start to feel guilty, like, what did I do to my wife?
I never had that happen. I just was so elated. I never had people rub my feet or anything like that. I was just
but the worry that we did something that might harm somebody we love. I went through that too. Yeah.
Well, my wife just stood all day. She still does when she's working at the hospital. She just stands all day, and her foot grew by like a half a size or something.
Oh my.
Yeah. She was not good pregnant. I tell her that all the time. That's why we only had 2.
Well, you're a good man, Galen, for doing that. But you bought your wife a TV.
I did.
You bought your wife a television
when
she was pregnant.
I don't remember that.
Yep.
I remember the maternity clothes. I bought lots of that. All right, the next one. I like the next one a lot. You should tell your children that having them made you braver than you ever thought you could be.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we would do things for our children that we would never do for ourselves or for anybody else or anything else. So
I feel
and it's possible to explain to somebody who doesn't have kids. I think. I mean, I've had this conversation with people that don't have kids, and and then you sound like a bit crass when you say, "Well, you don't understand. You don't have kids." But I think that's important.
Yeah. I think so too. I think, let's see, one of the things, I feel like, I know people don't think this about me because I don't do it very often, but I do it. I feel like yelling at people who are really threatening in some way has always been part of me, but maybe more so after I was a father. I think then I became more able to yell at people and just not care if they liked me or not. I think that part changed too. The part of wanting to be liked. I don't care anymore. I don't care if you like me anymore. You just stay away. Get away.
I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Here's another thing you should tell the kids. You should tell the children. All those times that your mother said, no, we're not going to have pizza. We're going to eat something good, healthy. Mm-hmm. Well, I wanted pizza too. You did? Dad?
That's great.
You did? How come you didn't say something?
Yeah, right.
Because remember the last point that I got braver? It was with everybody except your mother.
I love that.
Except in Galen's case, he does. You're a little hard to hear right now, Galen. I don't know what's going on. In Galen's case, though, he's the role model for eating healthy, though, right?
Exactly.
Kind of. It's when I'm on the road a lot, like I've been. It's so hard to eat healthy on the road. So hard.
All right. Another thing you should tell your children is that whatever success you have achieved, the child motivated you to become more successful at it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. I think. I mean, I'm very passionate about what I do, but I would still be in radio if.
Yeah, well, that's where I dropped the ball, I guess. I'm still here, Galen.
I know.
You're on radio every day. What do you mean you're not on radio?
Well, this scratches an itch, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me go to the telephone. Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, you should tell your kids to kiss Grandma even if she has whiskers.
Okay, that's a good one. Not quite the topic, though. The topic is things we should tell the kids about yourself. Maybe I should have said that. Things you should tell the kids about yourself that you very rarely do. Fathers very rarely do. Okay. Yeah, and you should kiss your grandma even if she has whiskers.
That's right. My grandma had whiskers. My dad's mom.
Let's see. If you built a playhouse for the kids, you should tell them it was actually for you. Did you ever do anything for the kids, Galen, that was actually for you, for yourself?
Oh, sure. I have a million toys I bought that I bought for me, and were really for the kids, but were really for me. Sure. Lots and lots.
I think that's probably
Me too.
true. I think that's
Me
probably
too.
true.
Yeah. Yeah. I like
Even
to play.
if you buy your wife a garment, an article of clothing, and it's for her, but in a way, it's for yourself too, right?
Yeah.
How come it's not reversed? How come when women buy men like a suit, it's just for the man?
Because they want you to earn more money, maybe.
It's too expensive to rip off, let me tell you.
What do you mean to rip off?
Well, if you buy an article of clothing for a woman, if it's lingerie, it's, not that expensive and you can rip it off. But if a woman buys a suit for her fellow, she doesn't want to rip that suit.
Gotcha, okay. But I think Galen's got it. The suit helps him earn more money. Yeah.
Yes.
Why is that? What is it with the world? Okay.
I haven't ripped clothing off of my wife in a long time. Maybe I'm missing something.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's your mission for tonight.
Probably ruin the mood.
You know what's weird? Yesterday we did a segment called Silent But Deadly, and the entire video was silent on YouTube, but it wasn't silent on Ustream, so I had to go back and reload it. Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
That's all good.
So it's there now, though. You should tell your children that before they were born, you had a much nicer car and a much nicer sound system.
Both of those things are true. Yeah. You have to have a 4-door car once you have kids.
Right.
Yeah, you do. It's a lot easier.
Put a seat, like feet of a.
It says here, you should tell the kids that you used to have a lot of guy friends before they were born. But once they were born, I gave them up for you.
That's right.
I don't know if that's true for me, though.
Ooh.
Were you in a gang?
Important. No, I was never in a gang, Larry. That's a New York thing. I grew up in Ocala.
New York.
I
mean, you didn't have a group of buds?
I watched Death Wish last night. That's what New York is.
What did you watch?
Have you seen Death Wish? Death Wish from like the 70s?
Oh, okay.
With Charles Bronson. That's a great movie.
Yeah, that's what New York is.
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie.
Charles Bronson was a vigilante, and he went to help other people that were in trouble.
It's one of those movies that makes New York look horrible?
No, he's the savior. He's the angel of the city.
Oh, so New York looks good in the movie.
Yeah.
New York looks horrible. Charles Bronson looks good.
Oh, Charles Bronson looks good. The city looks bad.
Yeah, well, he's getting rid of the bad guys because he's an ordinary
I'm
citizen.
just trying to figure out what Galen's saying. You're saying the city looks bad in that movie, and that's how you think it really is?
Did you see the remake of Death Wish? I haven't seen it.
No, I heard it was horrible.
Yeah, that's good. You can't improve on Charles Bronson, okay? There's just nobody out there.
I think it's going to be good, but it just turned out to be really bad. So there you go. I understand.
There you go.
Here's an interesting one. Don't get mad at me, kids. I'm reading this one, okay?
Oh, okay.
Tell the kids that when their mom was pregnant with them, that she was hormonal and she was driving him crazy, and then she was hormonal and too busy being a mommy to notice that he existed after they were born, and all of that. But those children made him fall more in love with her. How about that? The thing about the hormones and how they kind of we are at the mercy of our hormones. I think it's true for men too. We are at the mercy of our hormones.
I think so. If that was true there, though, that she didn't have any more time for him, then everybody would have one child.
Good point.
Yeah, so that's not true for me.
There you go. Galen? It's so hard to hear Galen today.
Yeah, I don't know why. All right,
and the last thing on the list, the thing you should tell your children, but fathers very rarely do, is looking back, I would do it all over again.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah, I would do it all over again. There you go. It's kind of a touching way to end that little segment. Not quite as fun as yesterday. Yesterday was very fun for some reason. Plus, I could hear you better yesterday.
Yeah, it was very fun.
I don't know what's going on. Nothing's changed.
Are you driving right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Well, go.
I was driving. Yeah. Phones.
Where's the Bloodmobile today?
Hey, Bloodmobile today. I didn't know if you were going to use yourself and pull it up and test it. We're at the Frank DeLuca YMCA today, so we're really excited. Also out at Hobby Lobby today, so come by, see it, check it out, get the gift of life, and donate.
Yes.
And we have to say thank you to Jennifer for the math equation. I did it both ways using X as the variable, and one answer is 10 and one answer is 28, so we have to write her back.
Oh, no. Still on that one. All right. Yep. Hey, Galen, be careful on your drive, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, well.
All right.
Bye.
We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Wednesday, more clouds and sun and humid with a couple of showers and a heavier thunderstorm around, particularly during the afternoon hours. The high 79 at the coast, 85 inland. For Wednesday night, mostly cloudy and muggy with a shower or thunderstorm mainly early, low 72 to 76. Thursday, intervals of clouds and sun, very warm but humid with a shower or thunderstorm, especially during the afternoon hours. The high 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings of each month at 9:05, Robert Colin will be with us from On Top of the World, Ocala's premier active adult community. Be sure to listen and be sure to call in. Speak with Robert to learn about all the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will have guests, and we're sure you will enjoy our little chat. You deserve the world, and we bring it to you. So be sure to tune in on the first and third Wednesdays of each month right here on The Source, WOCA.
Hey, sweetheart, you look upset.
I just don't know how we're going to handle everything coming up these next few weeks. Graduation, Father's Day, Natalie's wedding.
Tell you what, make a list of all the events and what you want to serve. Then, just call Honey Baked Ham at 861-0011. They'll prepare everything to perfection, and they'll even deliver.
Where are they? I may just go by.
2709 Southwest 27th Avenue, just behind Best Buy.
I'm going to use Honey Baked Ham for everything.
Honey Baked Ham, making every day a special occasion. Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. A top Republican breaks with President Trump and says the FBI did nothing wrong using an informant to look into Russian meddling in the 2016 campaign. Trey Gowdy tells Fox,
I am even more convinced that the FBI did exactly what my fellow citizens would want them to do when they got the information they got, and that it has nothing to do with Donald Trump.
He was at a classified briefing last week about the investigation. Los Angeles police are asking women to come forward about any inappropriate experiences with a former USC school gynecologist, Dr. George Tyndall. They've spoken to 52 so far.
Several women have already filed lawsuits alleging USC has known for years about complaints against the doctor, who, after he was fired last year, threatened to sue the university. Both sides settled.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal in L.A. The doctor's accused of improper comments, groping, and photo taking during exams. No charges have been filed. Fox News. We report, you decide.
I'm a one-trick pony, literally. I show up at kids' parties and act cute. That's pretty much it. So excuse me for being bitter when Geico says not only could we save you money on car insurance, but we do more, like give you 24/7 access online, over the phone, or even via our award-winning mobile app. Well, ooh la la, aren't they multi-talented? Hey, I said organic carrots.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more. Pros in the know start with Lowe's, because Lowe's saves pros money toward their bottom line every day. Stop in during Cobalt Tool Days and save up to 25% off a variety of select Cobalt tools. If you're short on time, shop online at lowesforpros.com and your order will be ready for pickup in store at our Pro Desk. So, Pro, now that you know, let's get started. Offer valid through July 31st while supplies last. See store for details.
It's time to rethink what you know about clean American propane and what it can do for your operation. What if